American people and for peace in the world, Saddam Hussein will be disarmed one way or the other.
Also tonight, President Bush is taking to the airwaves to once again give his case for disarming Iraq. You can see that address right here on News Channel 5 at 7 o'clock. Stay with News Channel 5 for continuing coverage of the war with Iraq. Big moves today for the Cleveland Browns.
Real big news there, Tanya. A couple of big names cut from the team's lineup. John Chandler has the details in sports coming up. Plus, local college students in a scholarship squabble, a controversy keeping them from getting money. Why they say they're being blamed for something they did not do.
Are you watching us on cable right now? What if your neighbor was getting more cable channels than you but paying the exact same amount of money? On your side, troubleshooter Chris Caswell solves this cable trouble.
And another day of sunshine for the North Coast today. Could that mean warmer temperatures ahead? Chief Meteorologist Brad Sussman's updated, accurate forecast coming up.
Buick, official car of the PGA Tour, launches the season with an extra $500 golf bonus cash. Current Buick GMAC lessees can now get $4,250 total cash back on every new 2003 Buick, or choose interest-free financing for 5 years and still get $1,250 total cash back. But you've got to hurry. Golf bonus ends February 28th. Get into your Northern Ohio Buick dealer.
He claims Elvis is still alive, and he's Elvis's doctor. Can his wild claims be trusted? Elvis's doctor exposed. Tonight at 11.
Blowing snow, freezing rain. When your garage door stops working, call the experts you can trust at Action Door. For over 40 years, we've serviced every type of garage door and opener, regardless of the manufacturer. For prompt service, our trucks are radio dispatched, and cold weather means now is the time garage doors stop working. Call the experts you can trust at Action Door, toll free at 866-DOOR-4ME. That's 866-DOOR-4ME.
Please prepare for landing.
The incredible comfort, style, and selection of the chairs at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries are enough to knock anyone off their feet.
You may leave your chair in the fully reclined position.
Everybody loves twins, which gave us an amazing idea. 2 great chairs for one low price. Right now at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you can buy 2 great chairs for one low price. Having twins has never been so affordable.
0% financing, rebates up to $3,000. It's a great time to buy at Sunnyside Chevrolet in Chardon. We're dealing over 400 Chevys in stock and ready for delivery. Pick out your new car, truck, or SUV at Sunnyside Chevrolet. Save now with 0% financing or rebates up to $3,000. And at Sunnyside Chevrolet, you get Sunnyside's exclusive 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty free. Sunnyside Chevrolet, 1 mile east of the square in Chardon.
This auto moment is brought to you by Sunnyside Chevrolet of Chardon.
In 1900, Cleveland was known as the car-producing capital of the country, and for good reason. Cleveland automaker Alexander Winton was the first to produce standard model cars, manufactured by groups according to a pattern. Later, Winton introduced the first 8-cylinder motor car, as well as the steering wheel. And in 1903, it was a Winton car that made the first automobile trip coast to coast.
News Channel 5 weather is brought to you by Ashland University, celebrating its 125th anniversary.
Beautiful day throughout Northern Ohio. Not so warm that you don't need a fire in the fireplace. That one's going pretty good. 19 degrees in downtown Cleveland. In fact, it's downright chilly. And 20 degrees in North Royalton this evening. Decision by a group of students at Kent State University to host a speech by a convicted murderer is causing all sorts of controversy.
Even now, 3 years after the speech, and as News Channel 5's Ted Hart reports, students who had nothing at all to do with the speech are today paying a price.
Whether it's a loan, an outright grant, or a scholarship, college students, like Grace Connolly, are always looking for financial help.
If I can get help with paying for college, then I'm going to try every option available.
Grace is the daughter of a Cleveland police officer, so she should be eligible for the Greater Cleveland Police Scholarship Fund. But the fund says that Grace is ineligible because she attends Kent State. 3 years ago, a student group at Kent State held a rally in support of Mumia Abu Jamal, convicted of killing a Philadelphia police officer in 1981. A popular movement has sought to get Abu Jamal a new trial. The Kent State students invited Abu Jamal to speak via audio tape at the 30th anniversary of the Kent State shootings. The university opposed the speech but could not stop it.
We do not want to give a scholarship to somebody that's affiliated with a cop killer.
Detective Andy Ezzo manages the scholarship fund, which was established to remember police officers killed in the line of duty. Ezzo says because Kent State, Wright State, and Antioch all allowed Abu Jamal speeches, they will not award scholarships to students attending those schools.
And a student makes a choice as to what school they want to go to, just like we can make a choice of where our money wants to go to. And our money doesn't go to that particular student, our money goes to that particular school.
I thought, well, what does this have to do with me?
Grace Connolly says she and other potential scholarship winners are being unfairly punished for the actions of a handful of other students.
But I mean, a college is essentially a community. And there's going to be people of varying races, of varying beliefs. So, I mean, you can't really base your decision on one group.
Ted Hart, News Channel 5.
But Detective Ezzo says that the Police Scholarship Fund is firm in its decision. As for Abu Jamal, 2 years ago, a judge overturned his death sentence but upheld his murder conviction.
Going to be talking about TV right now. Many of us enjoy our cable television, but what if your neighbor was getting a better deal than you're getting? One Concord viewer called troubleshooter Chris Caswell to complain about this very issue.
Melissa Trombley of Concord is tired of having fewer channels for the same price as her neighbor's service. She called 5 on Your Side to get the answers. The Trombleys were satisfied with their cable service. They didn't know what they were missing.
My husband, Golf TV, Food Network, Home and Garden Television, Sci-Fi.
Until they compared notes with their Chardon friends about a mile away.
She pays pretty much the same that we do, but she gets at least a dozen more channels than we do. I was pretty annoyed.
What's more annoying? They are also ineligible for PowerLink, Adelphia's digital internet service, because they live in Concord.
I was just told that because of their bankruptcy, they have no control over what gets upgraded because the courts hand out, the money that they're allowed to spend.
5 on Your Side received the same explanation, and for Melissa's trouble, she also received a month's credit on her bill. She'd rather have the extra channels, but it will take persistence of many Concord residents.
I think if the people in Concord Township or anybody in the area call Adelphia, that they would keep it in mind, because there is a big demand.
But Adelphia is bound by bankruptcy court, and it will take some time for the service to reach everyone. If you want the answers, log on to newsnet5.com and click on the consumer page. And I'll get to work. Ted and Tanya?
Going to keep her at work every day of the year. It's our job here.
She does a great job indeed.
Big news concerning the Cleveland Browns.
Popular players no longer with the team. Also, the Tribe preparing for Friday's first spring training game. I love to say spring. We're going to talk about that game. John Chandler has details in sports.
But when we come back, is warm-up headed our way? Goodness, let's hope so. Don't miss Chief Meteorologist Brad Sussman's updated forecast next.
WNCX and Extreme Radio, part of the News Channel 5 Radio Weather Network.
When it comes to managing my capital, I want the best in brokerage and banking, which is why I have a Fifth Third CMA. It's a brokerage account that combines my stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and premium checking. With over $28 billion under management, I see why Fifth Third is known for its strength and stability. I trust the advice I get from my own personal investment advisor. And when it comes to the ultimate convenience, Fifth Third CMA keeps my interest peaked. Get the best in brokerage and banking today.
It was a night paramedic Joe Paletta will never forget.
I just remember us falling, and I'm just bracing myself for this impact. And then we hit.
A deadly local chopper crash that left 2 dead and Joe severely burned.
It was the longest 5 minutes of my life.
Now, News Channel 5 shows you exclusive video of his dramatic recovery.
Gosh.
And the inspirational story of a man who refused to give up on his fight for life. Tonight at 11 on News Channel 5.
Levin's President's Sale ends Wednesday. Pay absolutely nothing for 18 months, plus an extra 10% in bonus furniture through Wednesday at Levin's.
This week, get 0% financing or rebates up to $4,000 at your 6 favorite network dealers. A Silverado 4x4 for $18,750 at Tony Loritz Chevrolet in Willoughby Hills. An Impala for $199 a month at Don's Brooklyn Chevrolet in Cleveland. An S10 pickup for $11,495 at Dick Bigelow Chevrolet in Parma. A Trailblazer for $279 a month at Joe Ferment Chevrolet in Lorraine and Avon Lake. A Cavalier for $199 a month at Bass Chevrolet in Warrensville Heights. And a Malibu for $189 a month at Integrity Chevrolet in Parma Heights.
The Cleveland Auto Show, where you can try on 1,000 dazzling cars. Register to win America's sports car, the 50th anniversary Corvette. Fasten your seatbelts and get to the auto show.
Across our lines, through our infrastructure, a call will come asking you to switch, asking you to leave SBC. That would be the perfect time for you to ask them a thing or two. Whose networks are they using? Whose repair crews go out in an emergency? Go ahead, ask them. Then just listen to the silence